I heard you were a Boy Scout at one point.
We had the first Ferris Scout troop.
Oh yeah? When was that?
Well, it was before I went in the Navy, so it had to be before I was 18.
Oh, okay.
So you had to be 12 years old to be a scout.
Right.
So it had to be between 12 and 18 in that area.
Okay. What do you got any memories from back then? First memories from being a scout?
Well, I can remember Joe DeMeza was our scoutmaster.
Joe DeMeza?
Joe DeMeza, D-E-M-E-Z-A.
Oh, okay. What was he like?
He was the principal of the Ferris Public School.
Oh.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you, Ralph?
Not bad.
Good.
Need some help?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, I went through Tweedsmuir, then I went to high school for 4 years, then I joined the Navy in 1942. Does that give you some time period?
Yeah, I can figure that out. How old are you now?
Well, I was born in 26.
Okay, got it. Right.
Can you figure that out?
Yeah, I'm doing the math. Yeah. Did you guys go on any camping trips? Did you go to Camp Tillicum or anything?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What was Camp Tillicum like?
Well, it was always on the shores of Lake Nipissing.
Mm-hmm.
And you couldn't beat the beaches.
Yeah.
Good place to swim.
Were there many people in the Scouts? Like.
Well, I was in the Ferris troop.
Right.
And there was about, we had 4 patrols, and there was about between 8 and 10 in each patrol.
Okay.
Oh, we had badges for everything.
Yeah. What was your first badge you earned?
I think it was something to do with woodcraft.
Right. Right. And then now, did that help?
Tying knots.
Tying knots, of course. Yeah. Do you still remember how to tie knots?
Well, I joined the Navy, tie a hell of a lot of knots.
Yeah.
For a few years. And they were big ones. Well, I went from scouts, we went to high school, we were in cadets.
Right.
We were sea cadets in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a lift up from scouts. Eh?
Oh, yeah, so Scouts, cadets, and then the Navy.
Yeah.
You remember any friends from back in Scouts that went through with you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Who were some of the guys?
Do you remember Gordon Lamoury?
How do you say the last name?
Lamoury.
I've heard that name. Yeah, I didn't know him. No.
Mm-hmm.
What was he like?
He was a good buddy.
Yeah. Did he
Good
go in the
friend.
Navy with you?
Good. Oh no, he went in the Air Force.
Oh, okay. How come he went in the Air Force?
Pardon?
How come he went in the Air Force?
I guess he liked flying. And he was in the Air Cadets in high school.
Oh, okay.
And I was in Sea Cadets.
Oh, that makes a difference. Yeah.
But he went to Scouts all winter.
Okay.
I went to the United Church in Ferris.
Mm-hmm.
It's not there anymore. It was a frame building in those days. It's been torn down. They built a new one.
Which street was that on?
Then that was on, I think it was Charles.
Okay.
There's Whitney, Campbell Avenue, and it was on the one, Nelson.
What was it like growing up in Ferris?
Best place to be in town. I had a paper.
Yeah. How many homes did you deliver to?
Close to 90, 90 and 100. I started off at the south of the tracks.
Right.
We used to have to come up to the station, the CNR station, to pick up our bags of papers. I did the Toronto Star, eh?
Oh.
And then I started delivering at the Gateway and went south to Sunset Park.
That's a long route.
It was a long night before breakfast in the morning.
And was that every day?
6 days a week.
Wow. Now, how much did you earn when you were doing that paper route?
Papers were 3 cents a piece, and the paperboy got 9/10 of a cent.
9/10 of a cent.
If you had 100 customers, you made 90 cents.
Wow. And how much would 90 cents, what would that buy you? What would $1 buy you in the store?
Then
Yeah.
we didn't buy anything.
That's the
Put
thing.
your money in the bank.
Yeah. How many years did you deliver papers?
Until I was F-17.
Yeah.
Then I joined the Navy
Right.
during the Second World War.
Yeah. Saved up all the money from the paper routes.
No, it was a little bit.
Yeah.
I tell you how much it was. It was enough to buy my first wife her engagement ring.
No kidding. Well, isn't that special? Right on. And how much did that ring cost?
About $150, $160 in that area.
Wow. That's a lot of money at that time.
Well, there was a diamond in there, you see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hi, girls.
Hi, how are you doing?
Not bad. I just made their day. If you went to high school, you had to be in a cadet corps.
Yeah.
Because they were trying to get you ready to go off to war, which that's what I did. I went to join the Navy.
Mm-hmm.
And joined up in Ottawa. And where the hell do you think they sent me to do my basic training?
Well, I don't know. Where would they send you for that?
Take a guess. This is a big country now.
Well, I'd say East Coast or West Coast, but
Thunder Bay,
Thunder Bay.
Port Arthur,
Oh, yeah.
middle of Canada. We did our basic training,
Lake Superior, for sure.
and that is as big as the Mediterranean,
Right?
the Lake Superior.
Yeah.
It's a big lake.
Yeah.
It gets rough too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not bad training.
Pardon?
Not bad training. Not the ocean, but not bad.
It's just about this. Not much difference.
Yeah. What was he like?
Mr. Troy,
Yes.
he was like a high school teacher. But he had a military background.
Tell me a little bit more about Ferris when you lived there. What street did you live on?
I was born on Campbell Avenue. My dad built 3 houses in Ferris. And the last one I remember was Whitney Avenue. 60 Whitney.
Wow.
Still there. Don Seal is about a block and a half south. You remember where the rink used to be?
No.
Whitney started where there was a Pollard on near the lake, and then I think it was Nelson before the highway.
I think Nelson, yeah.
And Whitney was
So you weren't far from the gates.
about a block.
Yeah, because Don Seal, I think Don Seal was close to Charles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don Seal had a car dealership with Harvey. It was called Harvey Seal.
Harvey Seal Motors.
And
Who else do you remember lived in Ferris around where you were on Campbell?
Newman's. Linsdale's. George Coombs, of course.
George Coombs.
What was he like? What did?
He was a mayor.
He was the mayor of Ferris.
Okay.
And then when the amalgamation,
Mm-hmm.
he got elected. He was a CPR man, a very straight guy. And I sat on the council right next to George Coombs in 1971.
Oh, okay.
I sat between George Coombs and Nell Mallory. And I kept my mouth shut with Nell because she was Nell. George Coombs was an amazing guy. He was real gentleman.
Yeah, fine man.
Real gentleman. I think he came originally from Sturgeon Falls. His
No.
parents. Eh?
No,
No?
the other way. Pembroke, I would say.
Okay. and he was the mayor. So it was Bill Forth or George Coombs, who was going to be the mayor of West Ferris. They went back and forth, and but George got elected quite easily.
And we had another one, Quirt.
Yeah, that's right, Quirt. Yeah, Quirt was another one.
Who's that? Quirt?
Quirt, Q-U-I-R-T, Quirt. Now there were a few Quirts. I'm trying to think of his first name, Quirt. Wes Quirt, yeah. And of course, when he talks about Gord Lamourie married
Betty Barley.
Betty Barley, and Barley was the mayor of West Ferris at one time.
That's right.
What was his first
Sam.
name? Hey, Sam Barley.
Sam Barley.
Sam Barley, I don't know, he was probably in the 50s, eh?
Before that.
Maybe before Sam. I met Sam a couple of times with Gord, and but that was Gord's wife's father, Sam Barley. I don't know. Were there any other kids in the family, in the Barley family?
Oh yeah.
There were. Okay.
A boy and another girl.
Who were some of the people that lived down there that you delivered to? You remember any names?
Ferguson.
Who were they?
They owned the grocery store. That's where I picked up the papers. They were brought up from Toronto by truck and thrown in front of Ferguson's grocery.
But that was later. You used to go to the CNR station and pick them up.
At first, yeah.
At first.
Yeah.
And then they brought them to Ferguson's.
Then they started to truck them instead of send them up by rail.
What was the beaches like back then?
Weren't as many clowns on them.
Pardon me?
There weren't as many clowns on the beach
There weren't as many clowns.
back then.
Yeah.
Did you go to Sunset?
I used to swim off the rocks, yeah.
Off the rock. First Rocky and
Well, Sunset is second rock. I used to swim off the rocks at Sunset when I was going to public school.
Now, how many people lived down there in Ferris when it was township?
It started small, it was maybe 1,200 first, and then it grew and until it was damn near as big as North Bay before it amalgamated. And went right through to Naval's Road.
Okay.
did you sell any papers out there at Quintland?
Oh yes.
Eh? How'd you do that?
Sold all the extras at Quinlan.
How'd you get out there?
Pardon?
Bicycle? And do you remember, was it easy to sell paper out there?
Oh yeah. Wasn't it?
A lot of people, do you remember a lot of people being there?
And you know, the papers were 3 cents then.
Yeah,
And you'd get a nickel for them.
right. So what would you do? Just go to car and sell the paper?
Well, there was always a mass of people around Quintland. It was bigger than the calendar is now. Quintland that was a thriving. Well, yeah, they came from all over the world to see those 5 little girls. You know.
Annette's coming back for her birthday, and
Pardon?
is it Annette?
I think so,
Yeah, one of the Dion quintuplets is coming here this May for
Is that
her
right?
birthday. Yeah.